And welcome back to our celebration of Women's Small Business Month continues with real estate. Our next guest has been a local realtor and broker for over 8 years, specializing in home buying, selling, flipping homes, and in cash investments. Joining us now is Missy Buttrum with HomeWire Realty and Cell 911. Along with her is Rob Redding with Verette Constructions. And today we're going to talk about basements. Good to see you guys.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's so funny, you may have missed it, but earlier this week, people were saying, where's one place you wouldn't want to spend the night? And they were like, in an unfinished basement.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why that we talked about it this week with Halloween coming. People are scared of basements.
That's exactly it. And they can be a little scary for people, especially when they're unfinished or whatnot, but they are the foundation of a house. So what kind of issues are you seeing with basements in southeastern Wisconsin?
Well, basements in Wisconsin, southeastern Wisconsin in particular, the clay soils around the basement cause issues. Water gets into the clay soils, causing the walls to bow inward, and also water to plug exterior and interior drain tiles, causing water to get into the basement.
Everybody's gonna be like, oh, the clay. They're so annoyed with the clay here, right?
Yeah.
What are drain tiles? I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, so what drain tiles are actually drain pipes that drain the water from the outside and brings it into the inside drain tile to get water away. I have a prop here.
He actually has a drain tile.
It's actually something similar to that you'll see on the exterior and the interior of your home that will drain water away from the foundation to save the walls and to save water not entering your basement.
And they actually connect to the sump pump, right?
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
No, I just learned that the last few years.
Well, a lot of people having those issues are very familiar, right? So I'm glad that you brought all that up. I mean, what can happen if somebody's not addressing these issues? Because it seems to me like this is going to lead to some real problems inside.
Yeah, some really major concerns. But, I want to take a step back and just say a lot of this can be prevented by just making sure that your exterior grade, which is the ground next to your foundation on the outside, is sloped away properly. And also that your your gutters and your downspouts are working properly so water can't get next to the foundation and cause harm. But you have major issues like wall collapse, blockage of interior drain tile, and water getting into your basement, which will cause mold and mildew.
Right, and those pictures that you were showing show a more extreme situation that we had. My husband and I are flipping that house, and Rob came in and is repairing it. But that one is pretty extreme. Like, how much movement was on that wall, Rob?
Oh, the wall was in 4.5 inches.
which is quite
Wow.
a bit. Usually we're seeing, ½ inch, 3/4 inch, and that's very extreme.
And that wall right there had to be rebuilt, actually. So we had to take portions of it out and then rebuild the wall with new block foundation.
Well, this is something, Missy, I assume you see a lot as you're looking around to buy, to help people sell, whatever it may be. You're looking at these sort of foundational issues. How often are you seeing these sorts of problems and advising people on it? And how often do you have to call in an expert like Rob?
Probably 3 out of 10 times we have some sort of basement issue. And when I'm taking people through a house with a buyer, or if I'm getting ready to list a house, this is definitely something I'm looking for when I'm in the basement. I usually get buyers that are like, wowed by things in the basement, but I'm looking for the cracks, for movement, for water, like near the floor, effervescence on the walls, which is kind of that flaking. And a lot of realtors don't know what to look for, but it's definitely something I'm looking for in advising my buyers or sellers. And then if I need to get Rob out there, he goes out and checks things out for me and let me know what's going on.
It's true. I mean, when I'm looking, at a place in terms of buying, I'm kind of looking at the lipstick of the place, right? Is it finished?
Exactly.
And
most
the colors
buyers are.
Yeah. And so for you, and I wonder, are most sellers then, or people who are looking, are they even aware that there's a problem in their own home?
Most of the time, no. They have no idea. And I like to, give them a heads up. I'm doing a walkthrough with them to list their home, and I'm in the basement and I see something that might be of concern. A long horizontal crack where it looks like there's been some movement or a little bit of water near the corners. I point it out. I'm like, hey, this might come up, might not. And I said, if you're worried about it, I can call up Rob and have him come look at it, measure it, and see if it's a concern. But I do try to point those things out so they're not shocked when the buyer comes through with their inspector.
Well, I know the industry of buying and selling is not slowing down anytime soon with these low interest
No.
rates. So people can contact
Not at
you, and
all.
you're still doing showings, right?
Yes, for sure.
Great.
Wearing
Okay.
masks, social distancing.
All the good stuff. Well, thank you
Oh,
both
yeah.
for joining me. I'm going to give the information for both of you so people are looking to buy or sell or fix some of those basement problems know where to contact you.
Thanks,
Thank
Stephanie.
you.
Appreciate it. Here's how you can contact Rob Redding. He's at Verette Construction. You can give him a call at 262-250-7502 to take a look at your basement, and to contact Missy about selling your home, call 262-227-7064. You can also email her. She's at missy@homewire.com, or go to her website to see all of her listings. It's myteambliss.com for those.